All right, so we're going to fold one of our favorite simple elephants, and it's called the Trumpeting Elephant by Hoshino. And so, starting with a square, I'm going to fold it diagonally into this, and then unfold it. And then I'm going to fold an edge to that centerline crease. And do the same thing on the other edge. Just trying to sometimes they call this the kite base or the ice cream cone.
Ah, cute.
Normally this would, with origami paper, this would be white. But I'm gonna open this up. And now fold these same edges to the new creases that we just folded. That. And then we'll fold that over. Fold that over. So we have something that looks like this, and then I'm going to take this triangle and fold it down over those edges. Fold that down here, unfold it, and then I'm going to bring the point down to that crease, but I'm only going to make a partial crease, or what they call sometimes a pinch crease, and that's a landmark for my next step, because I'm going to bring this point all the way up to that crease. So we'll get all of that, unfold that, and then flip it over. And I'm going to concentrate on this long crease here and bring this creased edge to line up with that crease. But as I do so, I have this part flip out and then make a full crease all the way across through all those layers. Unfold it. And because animals and a lot of animals are have bisymmetry. So whatever you do on one side, you do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to bring this edge over to here. And again, line up that creased edge to the crease. And I'd let that part flip out. If you had it fold here, that's not a big deal, but we don't want to create creases where we don't need them. And then probably the nicest little maneuver is to fold this down, and then using those creases, we can collapse this and start getting the basic shape. See, that's the wonder of origami. Yeah, so now we have the basic shape for our elephant. You can begin to see, oh, this is the head. This could be the trunk. Or it could be some sort of bird, but it's going to be an elephant. Now, this elephant, though, does not have separate legs, but this will be the body here. And we'll turn all of this into a little bitty tail. But first I'm going to create the base of the body. And what I've done is I've located this edge here, fold that down. And I have the same edge right here that I want to find, and I'll fold that down. And so now if it doesn't quite line up, then you can make adjustments. So it does. Let's see, I'm going to fold that there, fold this here. That way it basically lines up. Flip it back here. All right, so I mentioned the tail. I'm going to bring this point down to this corner. Fold that there. Then along this creased edge of the flap, I'm going to fold this over. So it's like that. Unfold this. There's a lot of pre-creasing with origami. If you pre-crease it, then it makes it easier to do the next step. So I made those pre-creases so I can open this up, use this crease, and flatten this down. And then it uses those other creases to help create that. The next thing I'm going to do is, well, I like to fold this over, fold this edge to the crease here, unfold it. I'm going to bring this half back over here, bring this edge to the creased edge, fold that there, unfold it. And so now I'm going to use these creases that I've just created and push this inside. Same thing over here. I'll push that inside, just using the creases I've already created. And then I can flatten this down like that. Okay. And I'll fold this up again, just to use that crease a little later on. But now I'm going to take this flap and I want to fold it up slightly above his back. Now, how much do I fold it up? There's no set amount, and sometimes we call that a rat fold. Right about there. So see, I folded it up slightly above, and I'm going to fold this in half like that. And now I have a little tail. And it's sticking up, but I don't like the angle of that, so I'm going to pivot it so that it lines up with this edge. And now, but I want it to fold down, and so I'm going to pre-crease it by twisting this a little bit to fold down, and then it gives you an idea of where it's going to be positioned. But I don't want to just fold it down like that. I'd like to be a little more symmetrical, so I'm going to reverse that fold, and it's called an inside reverse. So that's my little tail. So I've basically finished the body part of our elephant. Now we're going to work on the head. I'm going to fold this up, the trunk up, and I have it start right at underneath his chin, folds up like this, and you're already beginning to see, oh, it's beginning to look like an elephant, right? I might refold it in the other direction for my next step, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over, and where this was an inside reverse, this is an outside reverse fold. But the trunk's a little fat, so this little extra bit, I'm going to fold along that creased edge. So I'm going to fold it along the creased edge like this. And so it made it skinnier, but I need to hide it. So I'm just going to lift this up and tuck it underneath, and then it's out of the way. And so it's really beginning to look like an elephant, although this pointy head is not a good thing. So we're going to just fold it down Again, this is another rat fold. You can fold it as little or as much as you like. I'm just folding it something like this. It rounds it off. That's a pre-crease so that I can push it inside. And now it's an inside reverse fold that looks like that. Now sometimes people will just bend his little trunk down and they'll call it a day and say, that's, that's a good enough trunk, right? But I like a little more complexity in my trunk. So I'm gonna fold this up a little bit like this, and then fold this forward so it kind of has a nice, interesting shape. But these were just pre-creases because now I'm going to do them as inside reverse folds. So I do that, and then I'm going to open it up and push it this way. And so now we have our little trunk. But remember, I said this is a trumpeting elephant. So I'm gonna grab his little bottom, grab his toes, and so.
So cute. Wait, I'm gonna